This last section has to do with absolute value and ordering. All we're going to do is kind of compile everything we've learned in the last two sections in order to compare real numbers. Now, I don't know if you remember, but compare means deciding whether something is greater than or less than or even equal to. So, I have to remember my symbols, which is greater than, which are less than, and then I have to remember which actually means bigger. If I'm looking at two negative numbers, -3 and -5, what I need to consider is greater than means furthest right. So if I thought about a number line and I had 0 on the number line, I would have -1, -2, then -3, then -4, and -5. Greater than, -5, greater than means which one is furthest to the right. So the -3 is greater than -5 because it's furthest to the right. That means -3 is the bigger number, so the symbol I would use is the greater than sign. The sign points to the smaller number. Now what about -11 and +10? Well, hopefully that's a no-brainer. If you've got 0 on the number line, +10 is over here, -11 is back here somewhere. 10 is obviously more. So 10 is the larger number. So I use a less than symbol because I read from left to right, meaning if 10 is the bigger, 11 is the smaller. So -11 is less than +10. Now what did I learn about absolute value? If I take the absolute value of -11, that would be a +11. And of course 10 is going to stay 10. On a number line, +11 is more than +10, so I would use a greater than. Simplifying the absolute value here, if the negative is on the outside of the absolute value, the negative just drops down, and negative absolute value of 11 is 11. And I need to compare that to -10. Again, picture your number line. If I'm at 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 going backwards, I'm going to reach -10 before I reach -11. So that means -10 is greater than -11. Another way of saying that is -11 is less than -10. This negative drops down. The absolute value of -11 is +11, but that negative is still there. This turns out to be the same as the problem up above. That simplifies to -11 and -10. -11 is a smaller number, and I guess I should be putting these symbols up there in the original problems. The absolute value of -3 is +3. The absolute value of -5 is +5. 5 is bigger than 3, so my symbol goes that way, and again in the original.